pillar 3 of the 6 pillars to 6 figures. So in our first 2 pillars, we really kind of broke down the first pillar, which is having that unstoppable mindset, having that subconscious belief that anything you put your mind to, you can achieve. So that your dreams and your goals don't freaking scare you so much that you're like, oh my goodness, there's no way I can hit this in my business. There's no way I can sell out my launch. So that is, of course, pillar 1. Then pillar 2, we really looked at who it is that you actually really want to serve in your business. Not who your audience is full of, not who is actually buying what it is that you're selling, but who do you really truly want to actually be serving. And then in pillar 3, we are going to be talking about standout offers. This is crucial. And if right now, if you're feeling that your audience are not really buying what it is that you're selling out, like you're not selling out your offers, it's not feeling like they're hotcakes and they're just kind of going, it's probably because you don't have a standout offer. So I want to break down in this training 3 things that I really want you to be focusing on, which creates standout offers. Your offer alone, just from the fact you had an idea, how incredible is this? You have had an idea in your head that has created an offer. Like, sorry, to me that in itself is just like, wow, that is just incredible. But what that isn't enough, however incredible and remarkable that isn't what's actually going to sell it to our audience. Oh, great, we've had an idea and it's going to change your life or your business. That's not enough. So I want to kind of break this down into 3 parts of the things you need to focus on. The first thing is you need to be so crystal clear on the transformation your offer creates. The transformation isn't how many calls they get. The transformation isn't how many modules. The transformation isn't how this particular course is delivered. Let's be fair. Your audience doesn't care how many calls they get. Your ideal client doesn't care how many modules or how it's broken down or if it's audible or if it's visual. Like if it's a Facebook group or not, they don't care about that. What they care about is the transformation. And I know that you're spending so much time talking and selling to the deliverables rather than what your ideal client actually wants, which is the transformation. The transformation is the shift. It's the result that occurs, that they experience after taking your offer. So if you were to really look at what does your transformation is, like what actually is your transformation? So I come and I join your 3-month program. Don't tell me, oh, in week 1, we're going to do this, in week 2. No, I don't care about that as yet. What I care about is the transformation. What is it at the end of me working with you for 3 months? What is that transformation? And that is what you sell. That is what we care. Think about this. As a personal trainer, if I'm hiring you, I don't care how many burpees I've got to do. I don't care how many sessions I've got to have. What I care about is that you can help me get me feeling my most badass version of myself when I'm on the beach in the Maldives next year. That's what I care about. That's the transformation. So if you're saying to me in 6 weeks' time, by going through my incredible program, at the end of those 6 weeks, you are going to feel bikini ready. You are going to feel like you are bossing that beach. You are going to feel that you could be wearing anything on that Maldives island. You're going to feel that you don't need to be covering up, that you don't have to be holding your stomach in or positioning yourself in a certain way for a photograph. You are going to feel that confident after the 12 weeks of working with me. That's what I care about. I'm like, here's my Amex, okay? That's what your ideal client wants. But I feel like right now you're spending far much time on selling, oh, week 1 we're doing this and week 2 and it's a 6-week program. Like, I don't care if it's a 6-week program or a 6-year program, and if it's the same price. All I care about is you're going to help me get to my transformation. And when you think about your ideal client right now, that's all she wants, is to get to that desire. Right now, she might be struggling in a pain point. She might be feeling so overwhelmed and frustrated with where she is right now in her body, in her health, in her mindset, in her money, in her business. And your package, your offer is what's going to help her create freedom. It's going to create her feeling more confident. It's going to create a better health for her. That's what you need to sell to. And I don't want you to get fluffy here. And we're going to get into this in another pillar. But like, I'm not buying your program because it's going to give me confidence. Like, what does that actually mean? Did you see how I actually gave you examples there of what confidence actually means? I was bought in. The fact you were saying I don't have to wear a cover up on the beach, I'm bought in. The fact you're saying I don't have to position myself in a certain way so when I take a photo, I look really slim, right? The fact you're saying to me I don't have to breathe in, I'm going to feel confident, whatever. I'm going to be literally, I don't know. I was going to say like, as if it's a catwalk, but it's a beach. But like swaying myself, like, look at me. Oh yeah, I'm on the Maldivian island. Oh yeah, I'm feeling good from coming through your program. That's what I care about. That's what I'm buying. So for example, when I think about the 3 months let's say that we spend working together in my private one-on-one mentorship containers, right? The shift that you are going to experience, you are going to go from doubting yourself to having unshakable belief in yourself. So when we're setting goals, no way are you going, oh, well, I might hit this. You're going, I'm going to hit this, Tash. This is where I'm going to get to. And I'm like, I'm here for this. I absolutely know this. You're going to have the tools to be untriggerable. So when that next time you're going on your online banking account, it doesn't trigger you. That next coach or colleague or someone that you went through the group program with that is now slaying it, you're now not going to feel triggered because you have so much self-love and self-trust and confidence in yourself that you are so not sidetracked by anybody else. You're so in your own lane so that anything that comes up, business and life, you can deal with because you're just going to feel literally unfreaking triggerable. You're going to have the confidence to sell unapologetically every single day. You're going to have that much confidence in yourself where you're like, I know how to show up on social media that sells. I know how to create content that converts. You are going to have that level of confidence that when we are mapping out your next quarter, your next year, when we're mapping out your launch plan, it's not like, oh, do you think I could sell this though, Tash? Do you think I'm really going to sell out the launch? It's like, bring it. And when I say I suggest something, you're like, boom, I've got this. That level of confidence is what I, after 3 months, am able to install into you. Like, people say to me, Tash, I just love your energy. I'm like, come and work with me. It's freaking contagious. I literally can give you this energy. And trust me, when you're showing up in this type of energy in your business, no way are you not going to get the results that you desire. No way are you not going to sell out your launches. No way are you going to then start doubting yourself and going back onto your Insta stories and refreshing the page because you're like, oh, how many votes did I get? You're not even bothered because you're like, I know I'm going to sell out this launch. I know I'm going to have the most incredible month this month. I know that I have got a successful, sustainable business. And having that amount of confidence in yourself, that's the transformation. Did you see how I really painted the picture for you? Because I know my ideal client, you, so freaking well. I've worked on having my subconscious beliefs shifted. So I am now, my default is success, right? Can you see these pillars? This is why my business was able to scale to 6 figures. Then come and thinking about pillar 3, creating standout offers. This first part is I know my transformation. I am so confident in my transformation. And I just want to say for some context here, do I have this level of confidence in what I sell because it's got the most incredible results? Yes, I'm not going to lie, of course. But when I'm doing a new offer, I then rely on my own transformation. That level of confidence of how much I have changed, how much my business has changed, how I'm able to create standout offers and stand behind that. It's called embodiment, right? So from that level of confidence, of course, I'm able to sell that then. Okay. The second point I want you to think about is having a strong, unique, valuable proposition. And it's called a UVP. Now, what is this? Let's say you sell messaging. Let's say you're a messaging coach. Great. There are lots of different messaging coaches. They're like, let's be fair here. None of us as business coaches or subconscious mentors, none of us are recreating the wheel. But in a fact, we are, because we're doing it on our own way. So when you're thinking about your UVP, I want you to think about is what is your method and what is your unique spin on things? How is it different the way you teach? What makes it different to somebody else that is teaching subconscious, for example, that is teaching business? What is it that you do is unique? What is that method? And if you don't have one, this is something we can work on brainstorming, mapping out together, because that is how you stand out from the crowd. That is how you have standout offers when you have something that you completely back, i.e. a method, a unique spin on things. So for example, I mentioned about messaging. There's tons of people that do messaging. There are nobody that teaches messaging the way I teach messaging, because what I do is something called subconscious scripting. So what my whole business stands for is simple, soulful strategies. Okay? We master the subconscious mind, and then we have simple, soulful strategies that then support the subconscious work that you've done. So yes, there's lots of people that do messaging, but what I then teach is subconscious scripting. And this is how I infuse the subconscious work into the strategy. So I teach you how to create content, how to write messaging, how to speak out your message that speaks to your ideal client's subconscious mind. Because that, my friend, is how she buys. That is how you make all your decisions. It's not from your conscious part of your brain. That comes later on. It's from your subconscious mind. So if you are not writing copy, if you are not creating messaging that is speaking to your ideal client's subconscious mind, this is where it's going wrong. So guess what? That is how I stand out. I teach content codes, okay? So lots of people can teach content, but the way I teach it is I teach you how to create content that converts. So I teach you, using my 5 content codes, how to build and attract in the most ideal clients, how to then engage with them and build a community of like ride or dies, and then actually how to convert them into paying clients. That's why someone can come onto my page, binge my content, and from a DM in 24 hours would have paid me in full to work with me one-on-one for 3 months. 5K, pay in full. Why? Because I know about content codes. I know when it comes to messaging about magnetic messaging. So can you see? I might be teaching content like lots of other business coaches. I might be teaching messaging like lots of people. I might be teaching mindset like lots of people, but it's not like lots of people because it has my method and no one can teach the way I teach. No one can deliver it in the way that I do it, which is great to know that and have that confidence behind it, but you've got to be able to explain that to your audience. Because otherwise, if you're like, oh, I can teach you how to master your messaging. Great. So does she, so does she, so does she. Oh, great. I can teach you how to shift your subconscious mind. Great. But so does she, so does she, so does she. So you want to know your unique selling point. You need to know, your UVP. You need to know what your method is. And then when you're selling, when you're on your stories, when you're creating your posts, you need to be talking about this. What is your UVP? So that is how you stand out. So we've got the transformation of how is that you sell. That's how your offer stands out. How also your offer stands out is how you stand out, your method, your unique way of doing things. And then the third thing is your unique selling point. Why should they work with you? Why should they work with you you're the go-to coach? Why should they work with you as a service provider? Why should they work with you as the company or the brand? And I don't want you to just say things like, because I'm really honest and I care. That's incredible. But how are you going to be able to communicate that to your audience without them how can you get them to understand that and know that without experiencing it? Because let's think about someone that hasn't worked with you yet. How are they going to know that you truly care? How are they going to know that you do things your way? What is your unique selling point that makes them go, oh my God, yeah. So I want you to think about, and so for example, if you say, oh, I offer like a bespoke tailored approach to my mentoring, great. How are you showing that? So when you're doing your Insta stories, when you're doing your content, when you're showing up live, how are you delivering that messaging? And some of it is literally as simple as like saying it. My unique selling point is this. So for example, mine is I can be your business mentor and your subconscious coach. I blend both, which is I like to call the soul and the strategy. Put it together. So you don't have to hire a business coach and a subconscious coach. You don't. Bada boom, bada bing. You get both of them in me. That is my unique selling point. And the reason how I come to this, it wasn't something that I just literally, boom, this is what I'm going to do. For me, I started to see a gap in the industry. I started to see, yes, lots of coaches, business coaches, absolutely smashing it and getting great results. But I was also seeing people that were doing all the strategy and not getting the results that they desired. And what the thing that was missing was the subconscious work. And I was like, these things, it's just not being spoke about. Everyone's selling strategy because they say it's easier, right? Whereas really what I know my audience needs and what I know to grow a successful business is you need to have the subconscious beliefs behind it. So those people that you see slaying the strategy, trust me, they've done the belief work. They might not sell it, so they might not be talking about it, but I promise you they have done their subconscious work. That's why when you see people and they go, I'll literally make any strategy work. Where do you think that's come from? Their belief in themselves. They've worked on shifting their subconscious mind. So that's why I think for me, going through that journey and being that person that was doing all the work, doing all the strategy, and then yet still feeling frustrated and feeling stuck, because I was like, something just feels out of alignment here, something's missing. And it was because, yes, I was doing the mindset work, but I really needed to deepen that with the subconscious because there was stuff going on down there that I wasn't even aware of consciously. And I know you can relate. I know you're the same and you're like, Tash, I'm doing all things. I'm showing up. I'm being consistent. I'm selling. And things just don't feel like how I wanted them to feel, or I don't feel safe in making the money I do. I don't feel that I can unlock that next level, and it's because of all the subconscious stuff that's going on. I mean, we can riff on this all day, but I kind of want to bring it back to your USP. So I then talk about the fact that I blend the soul with the strategy. Another thing that I do is I speak about when you work with me one-on-one, I offer a personalized, bespoke way to it. There isn't a cookie cutter. Okay, I don't just let you work on the same kind of structure with everyone that I work with. And the reason why I don't do this is because I feel like everyone's different. Everyone has different goals. Everyone has different lives. Everyone has different meaning of what freedom is. I've got clients that want to work 6 days a week, and that's great. And I've got other clients that have got kids and they're like, I don't actually want to work that. I only want to work 2 days. Or I want to work more of my one-on-one clients. I really want to ramp that up. And I've got other clients saying, I want more evergreen stuff. I want to be doing more online courses and memberships. You know, I want to be traveling more. I want to retire my partner. So everyone has different dreams, goals, and aspirations. So what I like to do is really kind of make my programs and me working one-on-one with you really bespoke to you. And that's why I do a 60-minute deep dive. I just want to find out about you, your business, your goals, your dreams, what's working in your business right now, what isn't working in your business, and then look at how we can actually change that. And then that's down to us to brainstorm together, and me to, as your mentor, to bring the strategies and bring the subconscious whispering into you, so you can really kind of blend the both. So then that's when you can create a business that you are wildly obsessed with and so proud of the freedom that you have actually created. So can you see, I'm not just saying, oh, I do this and I do that. I've got so much clarity around what my USP is. So I really want you to think about what your unique selling point is, okay? There's going to be tons of coaches out there that will teach you about quick sales wins and like, oh, do this, do this. My focus is really about setting you up for the freedom-based business that you started this business for. It's about having that attitude that you do get to have it all. You do get to have an incredible, strong, resilient mindset that has that belief system that I can do, be, have, and create anything I want to do, and build a sustainable business alongside of that. Have time off to spend with your family, make the money you want, create the impact that you do freaking get to do it all. So let's recap. I really want you to be thinking about going backwards, starting with your first one, which is get crystal clear on what the transformation is that you are selling. Number 2, what is your UVP, which is your unique value proposition. And then the third one is I want you to look at what your unique selling point is. Now, if you are like, this has blown my mind, this is definitely what I want to be working on, Tash, I want to invite you into my DMs. Let's have a chat about where you are right now in your business, where you want to get to, where in just the covering of the 3 pillars that we've done so far do you need to work on. Okay, you might be like, Tash, I've absolutely got the 3rd pillar down. I definitely need to work on my 2nd one, and 1,000,000% need to work on my 1. I've been having some chats in the DMs just from the lives that we've done, and so many of you have landed with the pillar 1, which is the subconscious. You're like, Tash, I've been doing all the things. I have my strategy down, and yes, it's working, but it's not working to the level I want it to be. I don't truly believe I can unlock that next level of success. I see everyone else do it. I believe it's right for them, but I just don't believe I can do this. It's a subconscious thing. So I've been having the most exciting, juicy conversations in the DM, and I want to invite you over to my DMs. Can I just say, I just want to caveat this by saying, you are not going to be diving into my DMs and I'm going to be like, right, let me bring up the sales template. I know what to write in the DMs to convert them. Like, absolutely not. This is us to have just a conversation. I love a voice note, so we might voice note back and forth. I just want to find out if it would be the right fit for us working together. It may not, and I've got no problem saying this isn't the right fit for you right now. I don't think this is the right stage for you. I think this is what you could focus on right now. Maybe you should jump into my membership. Actually, I've got another coach that I think would be perfect for you. I truly believe if it's not the right aligned fit, then it's not right. This isn't about me just making money. This is about us making the right amount of money together, right? I'm all for that. So I want to invite you over into my DMs. Let's have a chat about working together one-on-one. And then we can also have a chat about if my one-off subconscious shifting session could be for you. That is a 90-minute, very powerful session when you bring your limiting belief and we shift it. They do not call me the subconscious whisperer for nothing. So I'll look forward to speaking to you inside the DMs and look forward to coming live again tomorrow for the next training. Let's freaking go.